Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tough Look Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Lily.
And today we're doing something different.
We're painting.
We're painting.
Painting today. It just felt like a painting kind of day.
It did?
Yeah. Megan texted me this morning. It was such a good surprise. She's
I don't
just
even
like,
know.
hey, do you just like feel like painting? And you know, we can just like not really have a subject. We'll just like kind of hang out and talk. I was like, great, yeah.
That's perfect.
Easy.
I'm about that.
Yeah.
So, you could paint along with us if you want. So starting off here, I'm going to use this plate.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
And then you can kind of do our own thing.
Beautiful. Love it. Megan set this up for us. What a beautiful little setup.
I love painting.
What a beautiful little moment.
What? Should I do base black, you think?
Absolutely.
Base black?
We love a black face.
Okay.
I can have so much paint, and I don't have any black paint, so it's like so relieved. Megan has like
I have
two
so much
big things of black.
My
Yeah.
soul. Just like my soul. I'm just kidding. It's okay. That's not really true. Okay, hold on.
I'm going with
I'm having a
green.
hard time with this.
Green's my
Oh.
favorite color.
That's a great one. Oh,
Has Megan figured out what she's gonna paint?
good question.
You okay?
I thought about doing kind of like a night scene almost.
I love a night scene.
Yeah. What are you making?
I don't know yet.
You figuring it out as you go along?
Absolutely something naturey, obviously, because I'm going with green.
That's cool.
Green's my favorite color.
That's cool. Looks good.
Oh, thank you. Green,
Something green. Mine is a night scene, so I chose black, but I don't know if that's going to stick with it or not.
And yet, her canvas is still completely white. I usually do art on the ground,
Oh, you do?
so it's kind of weird for me to like be sitting in a chair.
Oh, shoot. Well, we could have done that.
My like little art spot is just like a piece of wood on the floor.
Okay. Now I can kind of get started.
Woo!
You
she
did like
made
a
it.
full background.
I know, she made it though.
I made it.
No worries.
It's okay. I'm going to use one of these fuzzy guys. Look how little I know about art.
We
I
love
called
a
it a
fuzzy
fuzzy
guy.
guy.
I don't. It's
Is
like
there
a
a technique?
sponge.
Is it a sponge?
I
I
don't
figured
know.
it was probably something
I
like
kind of
that.
want to use a fuzzy guy.
Use a fuzzy
I
guy.
didn't even think about that.
Just standing up.
Yes. Get it, Megan.
Look how
She
the technique.
stands, I sit on the floor.
The technique. Basically, I'm thinking Starry Night energy mixed with just, I don't even know, man. Divinity, I guess.
Period.
Can I
She's
call
gonna-
it that?
Yeah.
Mixed
She's
with
gonna Meganify it.
Meganify.
Meganify.
So the question is why don't we have art class as adults?
Well, you can like sign up for them, Megan. We
I
should
know.
sign up for an art class together, girly.
Where?
I don't have one of these sponges. I never use them. I'm excited.
Have you never?
I literally never use these things.
Okay, well,
So I'm like inspired
today's the day.
for a sponge moment.
I feel like sponges
I don't know how I feel.
kind of give you more of like a texture
That's
effect.
exactly what I was.
I'm
intrigued
wondering
by.
if I want that though. Like, do I want that?
No, girl.
I kind of want to do like ombre,
Okay.
maybe textured ombre.
Okay.
Why do I feel called to stand? It's like I have a perfectly good chair, but then standing sounds good.
Sometimes you just need your feet on the earth.
I mean, that's true.
I don't like the sponge.
Okay, well then, ditch it.
We are ditching her. We don't like her.
It's
And
funny
white.
because I like the sponge for probably not an artistic reason, but more because I like to pat my stuff.
Your canvas.
I like to pat my
Give her a pat
canvas.
pat.
I'm a pat moment here.
Pat
Because it's
pat.
covering it, because it's like a sponge. This would be like if I was painting a wall.
Right.
This is so Capricorn of me. This
Maybe
like
some like white with the sponge.
Ooh.
That's
actually
a kind
that
of
could
moment.
come.
That could come.
Artists,
I like
comment below.
Literally.
This was inspired, I didn't tell you this, but this was inspired by Caleb's podcast.
What?
Remember when we talked about art on his podcast?
Yeah.
It was like, I felt the effects of that podcast come in today.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's just like roll with what, because I was talking about doing finger painting.
Oh, literally,
Do you
girl,
remember
put your
that?
fingers in there.
I would, but I don't want to do that with black paint.
Valid.
It's not gonna come off.
Right.
Coffee tastes delicious.
Literally, Megan's got her pour over. Her
Oh yeah.
coffee moment.
I got a new form of coffee.
Literally.
Why is coffee my thing? I just didn't realize it until this year that I love coffee so much. Like, it's kind of a passion of mine.
She's a barista.
I'm a barista. I know. I'm a barista in life too. I like to like cultivate. Is that like a thing? I like to brew my life. I like to brew my life.
Wait,
Man.
she's the coffee witch.
Oh shoot! Here I come in. Ha!
Literally.
Just give you what you want.
I do like to pat the canvas too.
You're
It
having
is
the
nice.
same satisfaction that I am.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You could probably make more designs with this. Like, if you wanted to, I like what you did. You have kind of half and half.
Yeah.
I think you could do, if I wanted to, I could do kind of a sun, almost like, rays of a sun.
Right.
Like, you could do red, orange, yellow.
Right, literally.
And then make it into designs. Like,
Literally.
on
It's like
your
those like
canvas.
ASMR videos where like they like split up the paint on the paintbrush.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just watch them like spread it around.
This feels ASMR like.
Absolutely. Well,
It
that's just
feels
because
that.
painting is just so satisfying.
Painting
I haven't
is.
sat with a canvas and looked just like forever.
Right? Why don't we? We should just do.
Literally, this should just be our every week
This
thing.
is every week we come up with like a new painting thing.
Literally,
to
we're
do.
gonna need a lot more canvas.
My gosh, we would have. I know. We need a bigger budget.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, if you want to sponsor us,
Sponsorships.
we would like to paint more.
We could get like a.
Sponsor us
Painting?
for art supplies.
Yeah,
Please.
really. Or just
Just a
repaint
painting.
over this paint.
Repaint every single week.
Yeah. Just kind of. Or we sell it.
Very true.
We could sell it.
Oh, let us know if you're interested. in
This
art.
isn't. I'm not good, so I wonder. Look at. Oh shoot! I don't even know, man. This might be it. Just black.
Just a black canvas.
Just black with.
She's
lines.
a modern artist.
I feel like how modern art's is like.
You
Just
could just put a dot in the middle of that and
Just-
call it a day.
it's ending.
Literally.
You really it's left to you to define what this means.
The dot. What does the dot
What
in the
does
black
the dot
mean?
in the center?
It means harmony, balance.
Ooh, you know what I've realized since becoming an adult?
Yes.
How to, and now I'm not an expert at this, but how to not pick up others' emotions when it's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's so hard.
It's very hard.
How do you do it? Do you have advice?
Do I have advice? Well, like, I don't know, because I feel like that's like something I have to actively work on.
Right, me too.
Every single day, it's just like letting other people's emotions like flow through me.
Ooh, it's a hard one.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like I did like a Reiki training.
Ooh.
Back in December, and I feel like I learned a lot about that through practicing Reiki, because when you're like doing energy work on someone, like you don't want their energy to like stick to you and stuff, so I feel like just through like practicing like Reiki, it allows me to like let go of that But it's hard to like practice and like be that spiritual when you're in like a workplace that feels really busy, or you're seeing a lot of like different people, like you encounter a lot of different energy in like one day, like
oh yeah,
you know, like that's really hard to like let all those different energies just flow through you, especially when you're not like in a really like
a
mindful
time.
Exactly
like a good time.
Right.
I get that. It's
so that's challenging.
It's almost like a constant mindfulness,
right,
like giving, you know, like it's almost, it is constant mindfulness almost, where you're trying your best just to be a human.
Right.
Oh, by the way, this is gesso.
Oh, what is that?
So this goes on clothing.
Oh, what's going on this canvas?
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, if you wanted, I don't know why I brought that out, but you can use the white paint if it works better for you. But if it works on your canvas, then you're using it.
It's working, but I'll probably switch over to paint.
You can do whatever.
I've literally never even heard of gesso before.
You use it if you're like, so if you have, let's say you want to use a bag or something, right? Like you want to paint on a bag, like a canvas bag.
Something that would like go through the wash?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It helps. It's like the base coat for that.
Oh, okay.
Because
then can you just use like acrylic paint?
Yep.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yep.
And then you're good. Give me some gesso.
Yeah, paint on your clothes.
Literally.
Yeah, this was inspired by Kira because she was the one who helped me pick out gesso so that I could paint on a bag.
Oh,
and
cute.
I painted Nebby.
Oh yeah, I saw that bag.
I painted Nebby.
I saw that bag. That was so cute.
I was like, oh, this is Nebby.
So cute.
When he was a baby. It was when he was so young.
Cute.
I am a black. I wonder if my emotions are dark right now. Because I have like darkness. And I want to put whiteness to the darkness. That's what I want to do. That's where I'm going with this.
It's her transformation.
Oh. Like starting over?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We did have a pretty emotionally intense weekend, so
we both kind of did
maybe
without
that's
even
like,
knowing it.
Literally, that's maybe why we're decompressing here, you know?
Art is that, where it's like you're trying your best just to, I think, get through hardship, and the art almost helps get through. Like, you're not necessarily trying to, like, it's not even about the final product. It's almost about the process
of just creating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't want to sell. If I sold this, I don't know if anyone would really like it.
But who cares?
But who cares at the same
time?
time?
It for you.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make it for anybody else. Man, I just made a figure 8. That's my number. Did you see that? I made an 8.
There's your 8, girl.
Here's my 8. I've been seeing 8s recently.
Good.
Which, does that mean something? We'll find out.
Next week. Stay tuned.
Next week. I know. Well, I wonder if it just means, like, I'm on the right path and you're okay. But I don't actually have any backing to that. Once I get all this black on, then I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
Exciting.
Which is the
We
fun
love
part.
a black canvas. To start.
It's just coming in.
Oh, she's giving her a flip. Ooh!
Flip. Old newspaper here. Save of the day. Thank you very much. So, what is something that you've learned in your 20s so far?
I think the biggest lesson that I've learned about being 20 is that adults never actually grow up. And I feel like as a teenager, like, adults always, like, tell you, like, we have to, like, be a certain way or act, you know, like, like, tell you that, like, you're gonna have to grow up. And then I've just, like, met people who are, like 40, 50 years older than, not, like,
40 or 50
like,
years older than
not older than me, but, like, people who are in their 40s, 30s, who are still children. We're all still children.
I'm about to
You
be
never
30.
grow up. You never grow up.
Yeah.
There's no growing up. So if you spend a lot of time, like, in your 20s thinking that you need to grow up, it's a lie. Okay?
Yeah.
Because no one's growing up. We all don't know what we're doing. We're all just figuring it out. No one knows what's going on. Society is not setting us up for success. So you're not ahead. You're not behind.
It's not
you're
a
just
race.
in it.
It's
We're all just here.
And plus, like, you don't even know how many years you'll be alive.
Right.
To even do the thing.
Right.
So you just do the thing.
You just do it. And
when you're alive.
So I'm just like, my goal for like the rest of my 20s is to just like rewild myself and to just like relearn, I don't know, how to be a kid, but in this adult body and in this adult mindset, you know?
Yeah.
I guess.
So just, you're almost, it's not regression. I don't think that's the word.
No, I don't think it is either.
I think it's progression, but just not in the traditional way.
Right. I don't understand, like, who told us all that we, like, need to be so civilized and stuff, you know? Like,
yeah, it's hard because people probably, it was way before we were ever alive.
right.
And any of our parents or grandparents were ever alive. I think it's almost redefining what civilized is, because of course you got to treat people right.
Right, of course.
But you can't be stuck in a box for the rest of your life either.
Right.
You kind of have to evolve. Like, for example, I have 2 degrees, college degrees specifically, that I'm not using. And people may question that, you know, and say, why aren't you using your 2 college degrees? Well, maybe I'm not using them in the sense that you're using. Like, maybe I'm not using them to make money, but they were important, pivotal. They're important lessons I needed, and I do use them actually. I just don't use them in a job. I use them. Well, maybe I do use them in a job actually, because I do use them for our podcast and our business.
Right.
And I feel like without ever going to college, I would never use those. I would never have the skills to be able to do the things for the business.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that in life as well, because Lily was talking about, we were talking about how it's stressful for her to do certain things IT-wise.
Yes.
And I think that's what college gave me was, college gave me that backbone, I guess, to be able, the resilience to not get to pursue when it's frustrating. And
right.
it gave me, like, it may not have necessarily given me a job, but it gave me so much more.
And it gave you a job at like a certain point in your life. You know, maybe like you're not using it right now.
Right.
But this girl worked in IT and she learned she didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She learned that she wanted like...
I just wanted to, I thought at the time I was just wanting a break from it. At the time I wasn't quitting forever. And maybe I'm not quitting forever, I have no idea. Maybe one day I'm desperate that I might, but I don't.
But I mean, you are doing like IT work in this
I'm doing
business.
IT work, yeah.
For sure.
And who knows, maybe I'll need more IT experience as we grow, as we evolve as a business. I had one vision, now I'm wondering if I'm doing the same vision or not. Feel called to red. I can't really feel...
We love red on a black canvas. Yes.
I'm like, what is this? I never... Look at how... dark.
I know, are you about to do like blood or something?
I don't know what's going on. I don't even have a real reason. I wanted to make like a red face. And this is a very strange thing for me. This is not even...
This is a new Megan I've
never seen this Megan before.
Really?
I don't even feel... Apparently I need to get out some problems I have.
Just doing it right now at least.
Got some problems? Get your red paint. Wait, it's me. I have a triangular nose.
I like it. This is intense. I never would have expected this from
I really didn't think I was doing this today, but okay.
I'm so intrigued.
Thank you. This is a very intense stare down. It's like, so maybe the light source is coming from here. So this is the light you do. Ooh, I like it. Yours looks so happy.
I know, we're like complete opposites.
We are. I look like I'm making actually like a horror film.
Literally.
I am not even making any sense. I don't know. I guess I am dark today.
This is another 7 million, guys.
I don't feel like I ever painted anything like this myself.
I can't wait for you to show this to Kent later.
I'm like, Kent, this is what I painted today.
Literally.
I'm okay, I promise. I'm okay, I promise.
Honey,
This human is so intense. You're listening on the audio side at Spotify. I'm wondering what you're imagining this to be. Like, should I describe it? Like, okay, so far I have a red blank canvas with
it's a black canvas.
It's a black canvas, with a red face that I'm trying to make. But this face looks so bad that it's look how
I like the shape.
you actually think it's better?
Like, yes, it's like
It's hand flexion.
it's abstract.
It is abstract. I'm using only the one sponge I use for the entire
she
thing.
has one utensil for this piece
Which
of
maybe
art.
that's the technique.
Literally.
Maybe that's the technique. So let me know in the comments below what you are painting.
Yes.
What are you painting at home? Or are you painting? Have you ever seen Goodnight Moon?
Yes, of course.
This kind of gives me Goodnight Moon energy. The technique of...
Oh,
It's
just
like-
like the abstract.
I think they only
Vibe.
used a sponge when they made that
Yeah.
whole storybook. Because I'm realizing that now, I'm like, oh, yours is looking great. So to describe Lily's painting,
Oh my goodness, she's gonna describe my art. Oh my
she
gosh.
has almost like an aqua blue color in the back. And it turns to green. And then after it turns to green, we have these white flowers.
They're not gonna be white. This is just my outline.
At the moment, I'm just describing here. And then she has a robe. So I'm curious, is this us?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do another one over here.
I know. Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah,
It
this
is
is
not
my
us.
little garden.
Oh, okay. Tell me what inspired you.
Really, I just wanted to draw some really like sassy flowers.
Okay.
Some of my flowers are gonna get some like attitude once I'm done, like with their outline. Just
Okay.
because I feel like flowers are just so sassy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Flowers are sassy.
They're so pretty, so sassy.
Absolutely.
Doing their thing in little gardens.
You kind of give Hawaiian energy.
Oh.
Like I see Hawaiian.
Oh, I could go to Hawaii.
I could
Please
too.
sponsor us to go to Hawaii.
Hey, that actually sounds great.
We would love to do this in Hawaii.
Do painting in Hawaii.
On the beach.
Oh man, I would look at that. What a great
I
time.
need the beach.
I need the beach. I could see a yoga on the beach moment.
Ooh!
That would be fantastic. That would be
Divine.
incredible.
That's why I brought it, girly.
Yep.
That's why I brought
As
it.
much as we hated on it.
It's essential.
The paper towel
It's
movement.
essential for an artiste. I just
Pretty much.
use a rag, honestly, when I paint.
Yeah,
I
I
just have
need
like
to,
one rag that I use. Specifically
I need to
for
get
art.
my own rag version. Yeah, I was watching this one YouTuber and she was saying how important it was to not just talk, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
more to talk with purpose and reason. And that made me wonder how many times I did that, where I would talk without having a major reason to, filling void, or do I talk with purpose?
What Megan doesn't know is that I get pretty mute when I make art. I just like get in the zone and I concentrate. I hope you don't mind. She's back.
I got some.
Oh, she's got the whole roll. She got the whole roll out here.
Saves me some time.
We're getting serious.
Ah! I'm actually using a brush.
She's changing her tool.
Using a
It's
different
time.
brush. I nearly dunked it in my coffee. That was almost a bad thing. We're okay. We're doing great. I didn't even end up sticking to that tool. I went right back to the sponge. I went right back to Spongeland.
It was made for you.
It really was. The simple tools seemed to call to me. What can I say? I am defined by a sponge, apparently.
Me and Megan have never made art together.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're doing it now.
We're doing it now. It would be sad if we died and never did it.
Exactly.
This is just our debut. What can I say? This is our debut art fair moment.
Divine.
What do they say? Happy little accidents?
Exactly.
Happy little
That's
accident.
what's his name? Bob Ross?
Bob Ross.
Says?
Yeah. Bob is right. What it means to be a woman.
With this painting?
So random. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I normally do, I don't think he notices. I normally don't do this. I do, like, landscape art.
I know, I've seen you paintings. That's why I was very
And-
intrigued by your direction.
Yeah. Definitely not, this. But, it's not, I'm not saying it's not me, it's just a different version of me.
the
It's
other
just
side of
this is
Megan.
another type of me. How many times can I say that, though?
It's a garden.
It's a garden. Do you feel like you're in your Empress energy?
Oh, yes.
That's
Especially with my just like long curly dreads.
You definitely, yeah, you're giving it. This is all I want to do, Lily. This is it.
Let's just make art forever.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't complain. if I'm being honest, I would not complain.
I really, I don't know, like my dream would be to be a professional artist, you know?
Right.
And I've had like a lot of people recently like bringing that idea to me and like telling me I should share my art.
You should.
But I don't know, I should just like mass produce art
It's not
to be able to
mass-produced.
sell, you know, and to be able to like actually be like a living artist.
Well, that's the thing.
That
It's one of those things where it's you make the rules.
right.
You have it's your body of work. And
Right.
you get to decide. Don't let people tell you otherwise, as they say.
Right.
Which is, hard to not take critiques, but you have a level of confidence in you that I know you can do it. If you really wanted to, you could. You're welcome. I think it's what makes you feel the best. It's not about what they think.
Yeah.
It's about how you feel. It's easy to let people take that away from you, though, of course. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make people happy, but, that's not the point.
Yeah. Every time like I feel like I'm like make art like with the intention of like, oh, maybe someone would buy this, like I'm never actually like proud of how it comes out.
I'm proud of every piece of work I ever make because
Divine.
it's something I made.
Literally.
Even if
That's
it
how
sucks.
it should be. Yeah.
I know it's terrible. This looks horrible right now.
No,
but
it doesn't.
But
It doesn't. I
well,
love her. I
it's-
love your shapes.
Thank you.
She's abstract.
She is. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I have a hard time with compliments, but I will take it.
Good.
I will take your compliments because
Okay.
I should, right?
Yes.
Like we all should.
Yes.
And if anything,
it.
you're defining the next generation too.
Oh.
So you're taking what you learned from your childhood and your past and setting up with every decision you make the next generation. And
That's fucking crazy.
it's crazy.
Wow. That's a lot of power.
I used to freak out about it because I was a teacher.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that made me really scared. But I've learned over time that it was just a beautiful opportunity and it's nothing to be afraid of. But it made the weight of it all come about a little bit. But I mean, I was, for the few that I did influence in their life, I'd say I did my best, but I could have done better. And that's okay. You just learn from your mistakes and you get better. Yeah, that's all you have to do. It's better to be proud of, like, because I think people don't even try. And that's almost the worst failure, is never trying. But until you, I don't know, there's a level to this, and I guess I have art. So I never considered myself a serious artist, and because of that, I have a very lax way of viewing it. But if you get me into a yoga scene, I'm like what you're defining it to be, where it's like, because yoga is like it's supposed to be what I, that's my career.
Right.
So it's a little different with yoga, where it's,
You take it more seriously.
I take it more seriously.
Whereas art's just like fun.
Art's fun for me.
Yeah. I feel like it's a waste of time because I could be making art to be sold. It's like that mindset.
Well, it depends on what is valuable to you.
Right.
It's hard because maybe it's not something to sell, but it may have taught you a different lesson, and that you could have spent more time and energy on that lesson or defining that lesson.
Right.
But instead, you found it through art, which is beautiful.
Right.
So, yeah, in a way.
Whenever you're like, even if I'm just doing it for myself, like I'm still like learning.
Yeah.
To
Right.
learning about art and learning what I like to make and.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you're definitely learning about yourself through art. I mean, you're probably learning through that.
Absolutely.
Like, I just handed that to you.
This girl gave me a blank canvas, so I was like, this is the best day of my life. Best day ever.
It is. And I think it's funny because, like, I'm not attached to the outcome. I think that's the thing I'm realizing is I used to be.
Yeah.
But now I'm not as much. I've used to, with art specifically.
Yeah.
Like, I think I used to be really hard on myself, even when I did hobbies.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, the hobby's the fun part.
Right, you're supposed to enjoy doing it, right?
It's supposed to...
You're not supposed to be hard on yourself. That's what works for.
That's what works for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, too, it's funny, I remember the podcast with you and Caleb. That comes to mind today, just because I know he is an artist.
Yeah.
And...
very talented.
Very talented. And the cool part about it is I've learned from being somewhat around artists. I suppose I'm maybe not the most skilled artist in the way because I don't practice to get like correctness. And so and therefore the art doesn't really look that good in that sense. Like in technical skills, like if I had maybe if I had more of a drive to get better. But I think even so, like even trying without lessons or without, I don't know, someone else saying, oh, that's not what that's supposed to look like. Even so, I still learn from my own, because I can look at it and say, that doesn't look like a girl. And so I trusted myself that I know what would look better.
Right.
Maybe I don't know how to get there,
It's like intuitive.
but it is intuitive.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the lesson is. It's like, you do know what you need to do to change this, to make it better. I'm wondering if I can, like, maybe do something different with the shirt. Like, maybe I could make the shirt a
like
different...
Iron Man.
She does. It's definitely not what I was going for, but yes. She's giving Iron Man.
She's very futuristic.
She very much is. I was hoping it would look more natural, but it's kind of coming off a little bit like Iron Man, you're right. I was thinking, and maybe I should have defined this earlier, which is fine, but I was thinking like, kind of like, you know, broad daylight, right? It hits the head on top. What kind of podcasts do you listen to?
I haven't really had time for podcasts.
That's very silly. That makes sense.
No, I like spiritual podcasts.
Oh, that's cool.
Talking about spirituality.
Yeah. Maybe your podcasts are just your life.
Yeah, literally.
You listen to your friends.
Right.
You listen to everyone else.
Yeah.
And their mother.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. What about you, Megan?
I'm realizing that over time, you know, watching people, like, I like to watch content that actually gives me something. And
Right.
I've realized that there is content that does not, and gives me stress.
Yep.
So I've been really trying my best not to watch that kind of stuff, but it's hard.
Right, 'cause it's everywhere.
Yeah,
Suck you in.
it's a suck you in kind of world we're in right now.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily think I want to be a part of giving people that kind of content myself. I
Right.
want to give people meaningful content, and I think you agree.
Absolutely.
You're in agreement with that.
Absolutely.
Anytime I feel like I'm not giving that myself, like it almost makes me feel guilty because they can be doing something else with their time. But I never, with you it doesn't seem like that, because we always have something it's always something interesting for me, at least. I can't speak for the world, but I can speak, like, for myself. Like, anytime we talk together, I learn something new about myself.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, we're going to call in people who also think that what we're saying is meaningful. And there are going to be people out there who don't think that anything we have to say is meaningful, you know?
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah. You don't have to agree.
Right, 'cause they're going to find their little pocket on the internet
Yeah.
that, like, they feel included and supported in.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in this world for... Ooh. Okay. Hi there. There's plenty of room in this... You know, I got this color, and I don't hate it.
Right.
I don't hate it. It's funny because I realize the only reason we have the color that we have, like hair color, eye color, any color, is the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we don't look like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when it shines a light on top of her, it's only defined by the sun. So I'm wondering if I need to change up the color of her body from her hair. Like, this color needs to be different than this color because it's a different color.
It's going to hit different.
It's different. Yeah.
Mm.
I know, it's sad.
Oh my goodness, kiddos.
Oh. Oh. We have cats.
attracting attention.
I know. I really do wish that I had enough canvas to make this a podcast.
Literally.
I wish that this could be every week. Right. That would be great. I mean, some people do. They make this their business. Do you ever think about how zoos keep their animals in cages for like so long?
For like their whole life.
Like their whole life. That's like sad.
I mean, like, there's beauty in the fact that, oh my gosh, those titters. There's, like, beauty in the fact that, like, I don't know, they can keep endangered species alive.
Sure.
I guess,
Yeah.
you know.
You're right. I shouldn't be mad at that. Okay, introducing white.
There's a lot of animals out there that are, like, hunted for
Oh, I
just
know.
being animals, you know?
Oh, I know. That's true. Could be worse. Baby. It's okay. It's okay.
Is it though?
It's okay.
Is it?
It's okay. I'm just gonna keep saying it. It may not be for him, but in the long run. He wouldn't even cry this much if I wasn't here.
Right.
Like if I was not home,
Right.
he wouldn't even mind
Completely
it.
fine right now.
Yeah, he'd fall asleep.
Literally.
He'd be asleep. But because I'm here, he wants me. No. It's okay. I'm such a mama. I'm like, oh, my child. Oh, my child, it's going to be okay. Kind of don't hate this color.
You love a teal.
It's almost like ice cream. Yeah, I'm a little terrified, but from
She's
her,
intriguing, yeah.
I'm a little terrified, but it's okay.
She's intimidating.
Is this what it's like to be an introvert? I'm wondering. Like to just paint and just be.
Yes.
Must be nice.
It's like, I was like, I don't know, like I'm not good at talking while I paint. Like I'm just like
It's
in the
okay.
zone.
I'm not even pressed.
Okay, great. I'm just like,
I'm not trying to
it's no zone.
I ask you questions out of curiosity, not
Oh,
to
I
make
know.
content
Okay.
actually, so if that helps.
Okay.
If that helps you.
That definitely helps. Divine.
Divine. Yeah, mine is like corset, almost trying to make a corset-ish.
I see it. I like her.
Kind of like a superwoman kind of energy
Yeah,
here.
really.
This is almost superwoman, which I wasn't trying for, but I don't need it. I would put this on my wall. I would
love
just
her.
put her up on my wall for no reason.
I think you should. I think you should put her in the bedroom.
Ooh. Could I give her maybe a brown hair, maybe?
I don't know how brown would look on the black. I don't know if
I don't
it'd show
know.
up.
I mean, yeah, or gold. I have gold here. Oh, I should use gold. Yeah, I think you talk more calmly when you paint. I don't know if you realize that. You're in your zen. Because I'm often the one. I talk a lot. I could talk, girl, if you wanted me to.
Oh, I know.
I could pick it up. You're more of an internal monologue type, I can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like doing the thing, and I'm like, what you think? Do you think in words?
Yeah, I think so.
Like when you
How do other people think?
abstract thought,
What is that?
not words, basically? So I don't think in words. Abstract thought. It's hard to describe. Like, it's not a word or language. That helps. It's more just like energy, I guess. I can't even describe abstract thought. It's not even visual. It's like, I can be visual, but it doesn't necessarily have to be visual. So, yeah, I don't even know. Like, when I dream very vividly. And, it's almost, some may say, I guess you could say it's like, energy is kind of the best way to put it. Where it's like you're not thinking of a thought in words, but you're thinking, well, now I'm going to describe it in words. Something that's not in words, in words. This is going to be funny. It's like, you know how a glowing light draws you in? It's like that. But like
intuitive?
kind of an intuitive thought, yeah. I guess is the best way to put it. It's not words. It's like, yeah, guiding light is the best way I could put it. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense.
I'm not sure I think in words.
I mean, you could also have a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like maybe, like when you think, I gotta go get to this, gonna do this, do you think the word?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
You just think about the thing that you have to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense when you're when I'm describing. It's so bad because I think there's probably a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Than how I'm describing it.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it make sense in my head, honestly.
It's probably because it's similar to being blind your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Being blind your entire life and then never knowing what sight is.
Like, yeah. Reality.
Or you can go based off of what someone tells you, but there's no word to put that image in your head yourself.
Right.
Which is kind of a crazy thought, actually, if you think about it. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
You live an entirely different experience than me.
Literally just by thinking.
Just by thinking in words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what it's like to think in words.
Wow.
That's a totally...
Wow.
Like, I'm curious what that's like. Because I've never... I mean, I could think... Right now I'm thinking, I am cool or something. Like, I could force myself to. But to think that all the time, like, that would be hard for me. That'd be too many words for my brain to handle. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, wondering. I'm curious. Huh. It's gotta feel weird to be, no wonder you're an introvert. That makes sense. If you think in words all day, how exhausting. Think about that. You never get time to yourself. Even your inside time is talking. Oh, it's all done already? Nope, just kidding. We have part 2 coming up next Thursday. Just be sure to watch our YouTube channel, turn on post notifications, and subscribe. And you can see all the latest updates we have going on. And as well, join our newsletter on clairvoyanceyoga.com. We'd love to see you there, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Join the Yoga Sphere if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon.